Speak up.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Asatoma Sarigame Tamasoma Jyotirgame Mrityo Amritam Game. O Lord, may you lead us from untruth to truth, from darkness to light, from mortality to immortality. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada. Hari Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Hari. Bhagavad Gita chapter 1, Sloka 30. Tataḥ śaṅkhāś bheryaś paṇavānaka-gomukhāḥ sahasaivābhyahanyanta śabdas tumulo bhavat. Sloka 14. Tataḥ śvetair hayair yukte mahati śandane sthitau mādhavaḥ paṇḍavaś caiva divyau śaṅkhāś pradamahatu. Translation. After that, conches, bongos, trumpets, drums, and horns were all suddenly sounded, and the combined sound was tumultuous. On the other side, both Lord Krishna and Arjuna, stationed on a great chariot, drawn by white horses, sounded their transcendental conches. In contrast with the conch blown by Bhishma Dev, the conches in the hands of Krishna and Arjuna are described as transcendental. The sounding of the transcendental conches indicated that there was no hope of victory for the other side, because Krishna was on the other side of the Pandavas. Jayastu Pandu Putranam Yesham Pakshe Janardana. Victory is always with persons like the sons of Pandu, because Lord Krishna is associated with them. And whenever and wherever the Lord is present, the goddess of fortune is also there, because the goddess of fortune never lives alone without her husband. Therefore, victory and fortune were awaiting Arjuna, as indicated by the transcendental sound produced by the conch shell of Vishnu, or Lord Krishna. Besides that, the chariot on which both the friends were seated was donated by Agni, the fire god, to Arjuna, and this indicated that this chariot was capable of conquering all sides wherever it was drawn over the three worlds.
That is your translation.
Yeah.
Yes, so Megan, yours now.
This shloka describes the beginning of the Mahabharata war. When both the armies got ready for the war was announced by playing various types of musical instruments. These instruments included śaṅkhāś, a type of big drum, paṇavānaka, small drums, anak drums, and gomukhāḥ, musical instruments made of horn. The sound of all these musical instruments together became very deep and resonant. The sound was making the atmosphere of the war even more terrifying and was warning of the upcoming great battle between the two armies. Through this shloka, it was also revealed that war was not only a physical struggle, but mental and emotional preparation was also of great importance in it. The sound of these musical instruments played in preparation for the war worked to raise the morale of the soldiers and make the situation of the war serious. This sound was reminding the soldiers of both sides of their duties and the importance of war. Shloka 14 says, this verse describes the opening scene of the Mahabharata war, where Lord Krishna and Arjuna were preparing to start the war. Meaning and explanation. Tataḥ, after this śvetair, there's a bunch of stuff. Hayair, yukte, mahati, syandane, sthitau, situated in a large chariot drawn by the white horses. Mādhavaḥ, Lord Krishna, the slayer of Madhu, paṇḍavaḥ, Arjuna, son of Pandu, and caiva, divyau, divine śaṅkhāś. Conch, Padmata, place of verse means that at that time Lord Krishna and Arjuna were standing in a huge chariot drawn by white horses. They blew their divine conches. Here the word mādhavaḥ is used for Lord Krishna, who is the Lakshmipati, Lord of Wealth, and the word pāṇḍavaḥ is used for Arjuna, who is the son of Pandu. In this verse, the description of blowing the conches is important because it was the signal for the start of the war. Blowing the conch shells was not only to challenge the enemies, but also to infuse enthusiasm and strength in the soldiers. The blowing of the divine conches by Sri Krishna and Arjuna signifies that both divine powers and spiritual advancement will play an important role in this war. This beginning of the war was not only a physical conflict, but it also symbolized the great struggle between dharma and adharma.
Okay, that is yours. Well, mine is same. Then the conch, kettledrum, taboo drum, and the trumpets suddenly blared out, and the noise were tumultuous. That's chapter 13. Chapter 14. Then, seated in the glorious chariot drawn by the white horses, Sri Krishna as well as Arjuna blew their celestial conches. That's the shaṅkhāś, right, Riya?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, so mine is finished here. I don't have much explanation. Translation, rather.
What about what about 14? Do you have anything on that 14?
Yes, I have 14. That's then seated with a glorious chariot drawn by the white horses. Sri Krishna as well as Arjuna blew their celestial conches. Yes, that's chapter 14 for my explanation.
Okay. So I had homework last week, which is to research a little on Draupadi. So Draupadi was the wife of the 5 Pandavas brothers, all 5 of them. And the Pandavas brothers, they were in a gambling game. And in the Bhagavad Gita, gambling is considered a sin. So gambling with Duryodhan, Bhishma Dev, and a set of other high personnels in the kingdom. Now, after they gambled, Duryodhana, he got a experienced gambler that he put against Yudhishthir. So in the end, the gambler won the game of the dices. And Yudhishthir lost himself, he lost his wife, he lost the kingdom, and he lost his 4 brothers. So Duryodhan asked for his wife, who is Draupadi, to come into the court, and Duryodhana had a brother, and he requested the brother to unravel her sari, to strip her. So as he was stripping her, pulling her sari, she's calling for her husband to help her. she's asking him to stop pulling her sari, but nobody could help her. So she surrendered. She called out to Sri Krishna, and she raised her hands and she called out for Sri Krishna. She surrendered, and that's when the sari became lengthened. So her modesty was saved.
Definitely.
Yeah. For these two verses, chapter 13 states that after that the conches, the bottles, the trumpets and drums and horns were all suddenly sounded. So the conches, all the songs from the Kaurava sides, all the men on the battlefield for the Kaurava sides, they all sounded their conches and their trumpets, their drums and their horns all together, which created a very a heavy song, a tumultuous song. And in chapter 14 states that on the other side of the battle, which is the Pāṇḍavaś side, Shri Krishna and Arjuna stationed on a great chariot drawn by white horses, which we see in front of the Bhagavad Gita, the 5 horses, which signifies the 5 senses, and sung their transcendental conches. So that is the beginning of the battle, and the conches symbolizing that the battle is about to start, and each side are to perform their prescribed duty.
Okay.
And I had asked the question as to whether or not the Karus and the Pāṇḍavas were both Hindus, because we talked about the fact that the Karus were gambling. And we made the association with that in any kind of faith-based religion, that even though somebody might be practicing their faith, they're not all, in the sense, doing the right thing and going towards being, I don't want to say holy or pious, but like doing, like walking the right path. So it said both the Karus and the Pāṇḍavas are central figures in ancient Hinduism. They shared the same language, and they shared, the genealogy. The genealogy of King Kuru originated with the cosmos and primordial deities before tracing down through the Chandra-Vanasha, the lunar dynasty. But it said both of them had the divine foundations of Brahman and Arti. So to answer the question I was asking, they're both based out of the Hindu faith or practice. But yet they were behaving, in 2 different ways and living their lives in 2 different ways. So it's interesting that when the Kurus are blowing the horn, their shells and stuff that are supposed to be like instruments of like great sound and harmonious sound, it's not. And whereas the Pāṇḍavas are blowing the same types of instruments, it's like better, it's a higher frequency, and it's giving them strength. From what I understand, it's giving the soldiers strength and enthusiasm, to fulfill their duty.
Mataji-chan, what's your interpretation of the verses that we just read?
Yes. Well, on my end, right, Hari, you would notice that whenever we have a puja, it is compulsory that you always have to hear the sound of the conch, right?
Yeah.
And when the priest is blowing that conch, the sound that's coming like it's like om to an extent. It's a lengthy om until the pandit or whoever, they finish. And in terms of that, like let's say there is a garial, that's what the wrong thing that they knock with a stick rear, and then they would ring the bell. Yes, all of those are there to awaken the Shakti within us. Have you ever remember Pandit preached that at Mandir already?
He said it one time.
Good. And for the other for verse, oh no, to continue on verse 13. Remember, we have some people who does Kali worshiping, the Madrasi side, like how we're Sanatanists. On the Madrasi side, they would have the tapu. That's it. It's a bigger drum with two sticks, and they would play a tune on it, right? And that would awaken the very Shakti, but it's all our belief, right? Because we do it Sanatan way, and they do it on the Madrasi side, right? So then it definitely has to be, and even then, right? On Shivratri, when the Purnima, the Magi Purnima, before the Shivratri period comes up, at the ashram, they would do services from the Magi Purnima night until it comes to the day after Shivratri, right? And they would have the damaros and all the other instruments that would make sounds, and they would play them all with like maybe one after the other, or maybe they combine two together, just to get a good sound. So all of those coincide with that is to awaken the Kundalini Shakti within us. And the Kundalini Shakti is found in our spine. Right? So Megan, you play a part there.
So at the root chakra, which is at the base of the spine, at our sacral plexus, it's where our sit bone is. And it's coiled energy. It's coiled energy. So the understanding that Shiva Shakti, right? They're both in that same spot. Shiva is the ultimate, that's the abyss, and the Shakti sits in there, right? So Devima is sitting within the Shiva, right? So as the ground, as we're working through those spheres, those root bases, like animalistic things within us, and she is the force, it's that conscious awareness, that awakening of consciousness that allows us to take action and move. So as it comes up the spine, it comes up in a spiral. They say it's like a snake, but it's a spiral movement. And that's through the Sushumna, the central space. But there's also like the understanding of breath work and pranayama, where the Ingala and the, what is that? I can't think of it now. The two breaths, the two nostrils, the Ingala and the Pingala, I think it's called. I don't even remember. But they're coming up, and it's still in that same form along. And it's like, with all three of them working together, it's like touching into bliss and coming into like the divine. So, so the Shakti is the Kundalini, and it's as she's rising up.
Yes. That's the Kundalini Shakti that they refer to, because that would only come through the different sounds.
So do you know the ones for the different chakras, the different sounds? No?
No.
I didn't get that clearly.
So each chakra, depending on what class of study you do, there's there's different ones. So in Kundalini Yoga, there's one way of saying the different sounds for each chakra. But recently, I've heard that like through like Sri Vidya, it's all of those. So it's just a different way of saying each chakra to awaken those areas to help her come up and rise. So every sound, like every chant or mantra, even if it's just those words, it has its own frequency to awaken her in those levels.
Yes.
it's fascinating to me, like you were sharing, Antitano, how that, through the practice for Kalima and for, you said the Siddhanta practice, is that the name? That, it's still the same concept, it's just a different form. And it's like the same ultimate goal of like just bringing up this energy and feeling alive and, living life through that.
Okay. Yes. Yes. So in verse 14, when Arjuna was taking Lord Krishna on the chariot, and they blew the conch, right? Like the villagers when they heard that, right? You can be at like up to a certain distance, and it would come into contact with your hearing, right? Because let's say that you are here and you heard the sound of it. Well, then that will tell you exactly that something righteously is around.
Yeah.
Right?
So the conch shell it symbolizes duty and righteousness and dharma.
Yes, definitely. Yes, because look at it, it's a difference. When we have our puja, right? And the pandit would do the sankalp, the shell has to be blown and the gharial has to hit along with the sound of the bell. The bell awakens the chakra, the different chakras within the spine, right? Good. And the shell that they blew, that would take you out, that you can be at a long distance and you can, if you're aware of it, you come into contact with it. Your earrings come into contact with it. And then for the Madrasi people now, when they're around, they don't use that. They use the tapu, and it's the same thing. Whilst hitting, you would see them coming around, and you would hear the song from a distance. So definitely you can differentiate as to whether the Sanatanist people are around, where we have pujas on that day. Puja is being held within the village, or you can be able to say that, okay, the Madrasi people are coming around. Right, Ria?
They're holding their own.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
It's different methods. But it's the same tools because it all comes back to Hinduism. It's the same thing.
Yes, definitely.
And these songs are described as transcendental because they have a vibration, they have a frequency.
Right.
These frequency, they interact differently with your body, but it has the same energy, the same feeling, just produced in a different way.
Right. Exactly. So you there with us, Megan?
Yes, and that's definitely one of the many reasons why I love the practice of Hinduism, because you could pick any deity you want that you resonate with in order to get on your path and on your journey. Now I wanted to ask about Dharma and Adharma, because is Dharma like your life purpose, or is it like something that you are focused on, and it changes, so is Dharma like one goal, like the end goal, or is it like just Dharma, just doing and doing and doing and keep doing?
Yes. Well, Dharma simply means duty, right?
Okay.
And for us, we choose the Sanatanist way. And that is the way that, we go dharma, righteous. It's all about righteousness. Peace, happiness, joy, righteousness. And for the adharma is an adjective is added to the word dharma. So for the adharma part, that would be like, let's say for persons who doesn't think about religion, who doesn't think about Godhead, and speaking good things to them, it's like a waste of time. You're wasting your time. Righteousness doesn't have any value for them. That is a dharma.
So there are people who may not believe in God, but they believe in, doing good and treating people well. And so their philosophy is that, you do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But it isn't sometimes stemmed from like a religious belief or my understanding. So, when those, I guess, so it's still a duty, but it's not in the sense of like a pious place. Like they're not doing it because they've been thinking it's going to get them someplace into heaven, or it's going to give them a better life, like a better afterlife. It's just like they're doing their duty in this life to make it peaceful, So I just find it fascinating to find out what the word means, and then kind of see how outside of here, like it could be applied. And uncomfortable, and how it can be applied.
Well, for dharma, there are 10 forms, right, Ria? You necessarily doesn't have to go to temple or attend religious functions and say that, yes, I am a righteous person. Because, for example, there could be someone, right, who doesn't make it to Mandir, but they are there to help the lower people. They are there to assist. They can share.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yes, that's the Karat
temple.
Chivalry in the Ramcharitmanas. The 10 forms of devotion.
Yeah, 9. There's 9 forms of devotion.
The satsang. Yes, so it doesn't necessarily that, yes, I am a religious person because I only attend mandirs and religious functions. No, that's one form of it, but we still have 9 remaining.
Yes, in the Christian faith, they have service to others, helping homeless people, helping the sick, helping the
yes.
So there's acts of service that can put you on that path or help you feel better, I guess, or do better,
Yes, definitely.
Maria, did you want to say something?
Oh no, I was trying to look for the 10 devotion. There's 10 and there's 9 in different books. There's 9 in the Ramcharitmanas. And there's 10. And there's 10 when we refer to Prahalad. So for Prahalad's devotion, you can hear, just hearing the words and the glories of the Lord. That's 1. Hearing. Singing, which is chanting. That's 2. 3. Remembering God. 4. Serving the feet of God, which is a service to humanity. 5. Worshipping, offering fruits, flowers, a leaf or water. 6, salutation, which is prayers. There's servitude, which is cultivating the actions of being a servant towards the Lord. For example, like how Hanumanji did for Sri Ram.
Yes.
And there's friendship.
Uh-huh.
Arjuna and Krishna, they have that friendship. And there's
Yes.
surrendering, like how Draupadi surrendered to Krishna. So surrendering is the last form of devotion, which is you're surrendering your mind and your body and your soul, giving everything towards God.
So under one big word to cover that, the ninth one. Death.
The 9 forms of devotion by Prahalad.
Yes.
And there's
Yeah.
also the 9 forms of devotion in the Ramcharitmanas.
It's savory.
Yeah, which have
I'm sorry, I missed that. The computer kicked me out.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Oh, were you hearing the 9 forms of devotion? Okay. You're sounding way better now, because just now I was not hearing you very clearly.
Well, I'm on my phone and not on the laptop, so that helps. That's probably why.
Okay.
So that's good to know. So that means I can do it on here rather than the laptop. But yeah, once you said it, it cut out, so I didn't hear the 9 forms.
Oh, well, let me go with that. Just a minute.
Yeah, please go it back.
9 forms of devotion, which were incorporated from Prahalad in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The first one is hearing, so hearing the names of the Lord, hearing stories, hearing the glories. The second one is singing, which is like singing bhajans, praises, chanting. The third is remembering God. The fourth is serving the feet of God, which is service to humanity, treating all as equal and divine. The fifth is worshiping, which is havan, yajnas, meditation. 6 is prayers. 7, service to God as a servant. So, for example, Hanumanji with Sri Ram.
Yes.
8, friendship, like Arjuna and Krishna's friendship, forming friendship with the Lord. And the last one is surrendering completely to the Lord, like Draupadi did, offering your mind, your body, and your soul.
They make it sound so easy, don't they?
Yeah, it's so easy. You could literally pick one and focus on that one, and that is a form of devotion to God.
Is that the same as sadhana?
Sadhana, yeah. Sadhana would be for Arjuna, worshipping.
Yes. And then you keep contact, because they said in Kali Yuga, you doesn't have to see God. Just recitation of his name, and he's present in his name.
Yeah, the last form of Sri Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came down only with one goal, and that is chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and that's basically it, to get us through Kali Yuga.
Yes.
That was his only purpose, to come down and to chant the name of the Lord.
Yes. So you think before we go, we can do it? We can recite the Mahamantra?
Oh yes, it's Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare. That's it, Megan.
You get a better experience when your hands
3
are
words.
up, or when you're dancing, or you're moving your body. You have a very better experience.
It's good.
Yes. That is why the people in the Hare Krishna movement, you would see they have their hands like this, and they would wave, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
Mhm.
that's good.
How was the night session?
Great.
Okay. What about you, Ree?
No worries. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all good. No, this is how I think it's wonderful. We say the prayer, we do the shlokas, and we talk about,
Yes.
it's all
And then we
good.
recite the Maha Mantra.
Yes. It's the great way to introduce it and share it, and pass it along. Yeah. I'm trying to, I joined a class and they're doing the 1,000 names of the Lalita. So I'm trying to, so we're meeting every Monday and I've been trying to, I'm learning all the names and the verses for them. So it's been exciting and interesting. Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah.
Are you doing the names one by one?
She's doing the verses. So we've only we started to do, we did 3 verses a night.
Okay. So that's like 3 names per night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And all of us, I think none of us are fluent speakers. So she goes through the vowels and the breaking it up, like the way we do it through here, which we didn't do tonight, now that I recall. But yeah, it's interesting. And then she gives us the translation of the vision of her and all the divine forms of her. So I think last night we did her as the moon and her being the light and the dark side of the moon, but mostly the light. So it's interesting.
What's the name for that form?
Chandra?
Oh,
The Chandra? What is it? Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second. I tell you the other names we got. So the name is called the Lalita Sahasranama. And we did the Champakashoka, Punaga Sagandahika, Lasatkacha, Kuruvinda, Manishrini, Kanat Oktira, Mandita. I know we're supposed to sing it, but yeah. And that was just verse 4. So it talks about the different types of flowers. The fragrant water lily, her hair. It was beautiful. It's beautiful to be able to see her. Yeah, so verse 4 is her lustrous hair is adorned with fragrant flowers like champaka, ashoka, punaga, and saundika. She's beautifully adorned with a glowing crown studded with rows of precious rubies. And verse 5 is she whose forehead shines beautifully like the crescent moon of the 8th day, Astami, and who is adorned with a musk mark, bindi, beauty mark, that resembles the dark spot on the face of the moon. And verse 6 is her face resembles the auspicious archway of Cupid's palace. Her eyes are like darting fish, flowing with the beauty of goddess Lakshmi. And then we learned the Sanskrit of it, so nice.
We could still go to Sanskrit of 13 and 14.
Okay, that would be great. But I can't, I'll repeat it. I'm using my phone, so.
Okay. Tataḥ.
Tataḥ.
śaṅkhāś. Cha.
Cha.
Bheryaś.
bheryaś,
paṇavānaka-gomukhāḥ,
paṇavānaka-gomukhāḥ,
gomukhāḥ,
sahasaivābhyahanyanta,
sahasaivābhyahanyanta,
śabdas, tumulo,
tumultuous,
bhavat,
bhavat,
tataḥ,
tataḥ,
śvetair,
śvetair,
hayair,
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 yukte,
yukte,
mahati,
mahati,
śaṅkhāś,
śyandane,
sthitau,
sthitau,
mādhavaḥ,
mādhavaḥ,
pāṇḍavaś caiva,
pāṇḍavaś, caivas,
divyau,
divyau,
śaṅkhāś,
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 pradad,
matu.
matu.
Yeah. And I sent something in a group where mādhavaḥ is the name of Sri Krishna. And just a fun fact, when you repeat, if you're having a nightmare or you're having an anxiety attack, panic attack, just repeating the name mādhavaḥ instantly kills that thought. It instantly kills it. You wake up in the night and you have a bad dream, you're paralyzed. You repeat to yourself mādhavaḥ if you're conscious enough, and your fears go away. So Ma refers to Goddess Lakshmi, and Dava means husband. So Sri Krishna was referred to as Mādhavaḥ. So therefore, Mahalakshmi was she played a part on the chariot. She played a part. Agnidev played a part on the chariot because he donated the chariot. Hanumanji played a part in the Mahabharata because his flag was flown on top of that chariot.
Who was the last person?
Hanumanji.
Hanuman. Okay.
Along with Surjanarayan Swami too.
Yeah.
Hurry.
Yeah.
Surjanarayan Swami. That is why they flew the red flag, because they realized and they recognized that Hanumanji is the god of strength. And Surjanarayan Swami is also the giver of strength.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
Yeah.
so that is why the red flag was flown on the chariot, to be victorious. That is why we do Jandi. When we do Hanuman Puja, we put red. There is no other color for him. But for Surjanarayan, we do two. The red is that when you're victorious, and the white is like if there is any illness within someone's, path, they would do Surjanarayan Swami Puja to clear that. So you're there with us, Megan?
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
That's great.
Yes.
It's beautiful. There's so many depictions visually.
Yeah.
And it's just so many deep meanings within it. It's beautiful.
Definitely.
Just the chariot alone, just the vehicle of arriving into battle. Yeah. It's amazing.
Okay, dear, for now?
We're great. So next
Oh.
week. All right.
Yes. Same place, same channel.
Yes. All right.
Closing prayer.
Tumeva bandhuscha savika tumeva vidya prabhinam tumeva sarvam mama deva deva bada mango harishadeva siridam pada sarojana pavani bhakti sada satsangasya बज रामचंद्र की जय। प्रेम से बोलो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। So nice being in company.
Yes.
Do have a pleasant rest of the evening.
You too.
And have a good week ahead, a progressive week ahead.
You too.
Yeah. Many happy returns.